everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Turnovers are always key, and they'll be even more important in a game where both teams come in ranked in the top 10 in turnover differential. It's the Cardinals going up against the 49ers.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Time running out here on the play clock. The first carry now. This is Johnson. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Doesn't matter who. Rooting for in this game, the effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage. I really liked what he did there.
Second down following the run. Again, it's Johnson. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Cousins. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. Coming in carrying the losing streak, not the start that they were looking for. 3 and out on the opening drive.
So now everyone's looking at each other. And what I mean by that is, who's going to make the right play? Who's going to get us out of the doldrums? Who's going to get us out of this funk that they're in right now? They've got to find someone who will make a play, create a play, and get their confidence moving in the right direction.
Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Marcus Golden in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Now, Barney!
Garoppolo to throw on second down. And this one is incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And it'll bring up third down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach and incomplete. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long.
Hurry up, here we go. Gun!
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Looking for Garcon, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. A first down carry here for Johnson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Second down, Cousins. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you great.
Under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Off the play fake, Cousins. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first. 4 yards remaining now on second down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, here we go. Hey.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Second down following the incompletion. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. A handoff as they run the counter play. Fights off the defender. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. And
the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Chandler Jones in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it down to the 32. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And it'll be third down.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now third and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on fourth down. Oh, look at this play call. And some space here. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners Bears are able to cash in for 6. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On 2nd down, Johnson. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Flushed out right. Hard throw, incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Bradley Pena now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off, and he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Good. Hurry up, here we go. Blue line. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Blue line it. Good. Watch it now. Leopard.
Now this time, Garoppolo will throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll go out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here we go now.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Chandler Jones in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 36. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Johnson on the counter. And he's got some space here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Maybe a little sign of life here offensively, Charles. They get their first down. They didn't have any in quarter number one.
And I think what we're seeing is great evidence of good scouting by both teams, right? Understanding what they like to do, their best plays, try and take those away early. So now we're seeing some adjustments, and they end up getting their first down.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And he'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 21-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Remain here in the first half. We'll come back here right after this. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. They go to Johnson again. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard at the 4-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This just a 24-yard attempt. And Forbath will put this one through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he is out of bounds, getting it just shy of the 35. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right, your mind to beat guys to the football. And getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Kid had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we send you across the country to Orlando, standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Throw left side caught by Goodwin. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Niners on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there of 22. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They run the counter now on first down. Always got some breathing room. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 more on that one and another first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Now a play fake here on first down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be a San Francisco first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On second down, Hyde. And he's got this one down to the 10. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now at a 3rd and 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Niners on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And Bryant's kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
This is T.J. Logan to return it. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. The play clock's running down. They They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They'll run it here with Logan. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Play action now. Cousins. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Play clock winding down. On 3rd down, Johnson. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Give him a... Couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. 3-19! Gone!
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. Now Garoppolo. He's going to look deep down the field. They've got his man complete. Touchdown, 49ers. play there. An even 90 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. So out now come the Cardinals. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Cousins on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
To throw is Cousins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. Pass, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Throwing, Cousins. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. To throw, Cousins. Being chased out left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll go down at the 28. 13 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by a Keller Witherspoon. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. 77 yards. And the 49ers add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Cousins to throw it, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Cousins now. Screen play. Johnson. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. You know, the running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Now Cousins. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is going to be incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks. And they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
All right, here we go.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The Niners on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go now.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Niners on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
No, check, Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Leopard. No. Check, Patriot. Green 39.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Cousins now on second down. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Cousins now to throw on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 19. And he's got room. There he goes left side. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Back to it after the pick six. Cousins. And the Niners get there